What's up, guys? Ahmed here, and I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about Delta-8 THC. Now, you may have heard about Delta-8, and it may have gained a lot of popularity in your local smoke shops. You may have also heard about Delta-8 THC from your friends, referring to it as legal weed. But if it's legal weed, what makes it legal? We're going to talk about it. In addition to how it is legal weed, we will talk about Delta-8 and its rise to fame. We will also talk about the benefits of Delta-8, the difference between Delta-8 and Delta-9 THC, and even how Delta-8 was created. We're just going to give like a full course. Delta-8 is known to be less potent than Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. Delta-8 is known to produce feelings of euphoria, the feelings of relaxation, and even potential pain relief. In addition to all these benefits, Delta-8 can also reduce your anxiety, improve your sleeping pattern, and even boost your appetite. We can't forget that it does relieve nausea and vomiting. So to put it in a bit of a perspective here, imagine you smoke weed and you can't handle it. You go crazy. You freak out a bit. You're too high. That's what Delta-8 is also good for. It's less potent. You can smoke it. Be in control. Just make sure you get Delta-8, which is Delta-8. There's a lot of counterfeit products out there. It's a bit easy to grasp the idea of Delta-8 when you look at it like this. It's just the tiny cousin of Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. And let's talk about the differences and what Delta-9 is. You see, a Delta-8 product, it will have isolated Delta-8. It won't have too much Delta-9. Actually, to be federally compliant, it has less than 0.03% Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, it's known to produce that psychoactive effect in your brain, a high feeling, and that's what it's popular for. It's popular for that high feeling. The 2018 Farm Bill made every cannabinoid within that cannabis plant legal besides Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, mainly because of the psychoactive effects. It's popular for that. Like, cannabis would be famous. It would totally be popular for CBD and stuff, but Delta-9 really gives it fame. It gets really confusing because you have Delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, you have Delta-8, CBD, CBG, all these different cannabinoids, and it all comes from one plant. But I'm going to tell you that Delta-8 is in the cannabis that we smoke. It's just not a lot of it. Delta-8 THC is an isomer of Delta-9. Within natural cannabis, Delta-8 is only at a minuscule level. A lot of Delta-8 supplements come from industrialized hemp. High levels of Delta-8 THC are artificially produced by chemically converting CBD or Delta-9 THC in a process known as isomerization. Delta-8 is recently new in the front of the world, and a lot of people are loving it just because it has a more chillaxed high and less potent effects. And not to mention, it's legal. People love that. There have been claims that Delta-8 has a lot less side effects and even more medicinal benefits than Delta-9, but I think there should be a lot more research to back these claims up. Hey people, let's get some Delta-8 clinical trials going. It's time. So Delta-8 THC is in the cannabis we smoke, just at natural occurring levels, not the high altered, artificially produced levels. Alright, let's talk about some frequently asked questions about Delta-8 THC. Does Delta-8 THC stay in your urine? Delta-8 THC can stay within your urine for as long as 30 days or as short as 2 days. And there are a lot of factors and variables that affect how long it's going to stay in your urine, but it is detectable. In the form of edibles, how many milligrams should I eat of Delta-8 THC? There are plenty of variables that factor in when you try to decide your dosage for Delta-8 THC. You gotta look at your weights. What happens if I take too much Delta-8 THC? When you take too much Delta-8 THC, you might be seeing some adverse effects such as vomiting, feeling dizzy, feeling sick, not really knowing what's going on. You may even get really anxious, paranoid even. Basically the same things that would happen if you have too much Delta-9 THC, if you smoke too much weed, eat too many edibles. It's going to be less potent of adverse side effects. We have a ton of articles, a ton of brain food that you can dive in. I'm going to drop a link below.